What's up, everybody? This is the Altcoin Beast, and today we want to shine some light on an interesting coin that's been around for a while and has quite a bit of controversy around it. So we definitely want to share that with you today, and I feel it should be on a lot of people's watch list, and that token is going to be Monero. So look right here, scroll down, you see it's at a 4 billion market cap right now, going around $241. And just a little background on Monero. Monero was launched in 2014, and its goal is simple: to allow transactions to take place privately and with anonymity. Even though it's commonly thought that Bitcoin can conceal a person's identity, it's often easy to trace payments back to the original source because blockchains are transparent. On the other hand, XMR is designed to obscure senders and recipients alike through the use of advanced cryptography. The team behind Monero say privacy and security are their biggest priorities, with ease of use and efficiency coming second. It aims to provide protection to all users, irrespective of how technologically competent they are. Overall, XMR aims to allow payments to be made quickly and inexpensively without fear of censorship. Now, this is the interesting part about Monero, and basically who are the founders of Monero. 7 developers were initially involved in creating Monero, 5 of whom decided to remain anonymous. There have been rumors that XMR was also invented by Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin, which is really interesting news right there. Either Satoshi Nakamoto is either believed to be either a single person or a group of people. And so here, XMR's origin can be traced back to Bitcoin, a privacy-focused and decentralized cryptocurrency that was launched in 2012. 2 years later, a member of the Bitcoin Talk forum, only known as Thankful for Today, forked BCN's codebase and Monero was born. They had suggested controversial changes to Bitcoin that others in the community disagreed with and decided to take matters into their own hands. It's believed that hundreds of developers have contributed to XMR over the years. What makes Monero unique? Now, this is another interesting part here. There are several things that make Monero unique. One of the project's biggest aims is achieving the greatest level of decentralization possible, meaning that a user doesn't need to trust anyone else on the network. Privacy is achieved through a few distinctive features, whereas each Bitcoin in circulation has its own serial number, meaning that cryptocurrency usage can be monitored. XRM is completely fungible. By default, details about senders, recipients, and the amount of crypto being transferred are obscured. And Monero advocates says this offers an upper hand over rival privacy coins such as Zcash, which are selectively transparent. And right here we have all of these distinctive features have led to XMR being increasingly used for illicit transactions instead of Bitcoin, especially on darknet markets. Governments around the world, especially the US, have also offered hundreds of thousands of dollars to anyone who can crack Monero's code. Which gets us over to here, where we have right here. Now, this isn't just the first rodeo between Monero and the US government. In October last year, for instance, the IRS had floated $1 million contract to break the privacy coins transaction. At the time, Chainalysis and Integra had won the contract on a 1-year basis. What both these developments have done, however, is spurred the value of privacy within the community. The same was evidenced by XMR's recent price action, with the crypto hiking by over 40% in the 24-hour window on the back of the aforementioned agenda being released. In light of the crypto skepticism of many of the administration's officials, upcoming tax plans are likely to clamp down on such matters even more strictly. As we can see here, the most immediate factor that might come into play here is the Biden administration's latest taxation plan. According to an agenda recently published by the U.S. Treasury, the said plan will require exchanges and custodians to introduce stricter reporting rules to help detect tax evasion and money laundering. So basically, they don't like how they're not able to track the IRS, and the government doesn't like how they're not able to track the coin. So they can, they want to say so they can make sure it's not being used for, illegal acts or whatnot. But really, we all know it all comes down to taxes. So that's why I feel this is a very good coin to definitely keep an eye on and look more into. And here we go as well. A little more info for starters. According to a tweet from earlier in the year, 3 different teams of developers have been working on a trustless atomic swaps between XMR and Bitcoin. One such team, for example, is helping Thorchain integrate Monero into its cross-chain decentralized liquidity network. Another team, Comet Network, launched Monero Bitcoin atomic swaps on the mainnet just a few days ago. What's more, it was also later revealed that Monero's developers completed an audit of its non-interactive zero-knowledge proof protocol, Bulletproofs. Finally, there's also the matter of institutional interest. In a bull market, the latter is a sign of institutions moving beyond the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The fact that Grayscale filed to register a new Monero trust in January was a step in the right direction in this regard. Macroeconomic factors and ecosystem-centric updates, however, all count for not unless the same fuels a hike in price performance and real-world adoption. Now, as has been established, 2021 has seen XMR surge exponentially on the charts. What about its adoption? All talk, no adoption. Yeah, fuck off. That's where we end it with that clown. All right, so here's a scenario. We describe the participants and their incentives. Alice, who owns Monero, and Bob, who owns Bitcoin, want to swap funds. We assume that they already have negotiated the price in advance. For example, amount of Bitcoin for amount of Monero to swap. This negotiation can also be integrated into the protocol, for example, by swap services who provide a price to their customers. Both participants wish to only have 2 possible execution paths, which are mutually exclusive to each other. When executing the protocol succeeds and Alice gets Bitcoin, Bob gets Monero, or the protocol fails and both keep the original funds minus the minimum transaction fees possible. So basically it's setting it up where you don't have to have a middleman or anybody else involved, no third party. It's just you and them. You don't even have to trust them, because there's no way that they can take, say you're trying to send them Monero for their Bitcoin, there's no way you're going to send them the Monero. They're able to keep your Monero and not send the Bitcoin the way this is set up on there. So huge things for them. And then, as also mentioned, Comet Network makes Monero and Bitcoin atomic swaps available on mainnet, as you're going to see quite a few others. And relatedly, cross-chain bridges have been announced for Secret Network and Thorchain, which will allow for easy trading with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain tokens. And we already heard the news right there on with Thorchain up here somewhere. So you see a lot going on with Monero. Definitely think it's something to keep on your watch list. If you're able to add it into the portfolio, don't just FOMO in, definitely dollar cost average in. And until next time, have a great Sunday, and thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.
Yeah, I've been on Uniswap, now I'm out on one itch. Used to trade centralized, now we on the fun shit. I'm the new Warren Big, leadership's nemesis. When we go to Mars, I just hope that he remembers this. Used to shop on Binance, now they got a chain. BSC pancake swap, the new game. Hooking up my wallet, then we flip it so smoothly. Catch me in the kitchen like a chef on sushi. Cruising about 88 miles like Marty. Octopus tentacles cooking at the party. Wifey looking curvy and the vault so clean. Looking at me dirty, so I'm whipping up the cream. Being screaming from the rooftop, they say it's too volatile, but I see future refinance like an oracle. Where's our boy Elon? We need some lithium. Gas fees way too high, we're getting sick of them. Indeed, fine. Hunting for the gems, yo. Large cap projects will put me in the end zone. You can let your friends know. Blue chips friend zone. Flirting with the rugs might lose this bread though. Shout out to the airdrops for keeping your man stocked. I just pull and farm it from my bed in my bed sock. We all know the bank sucks, so we're saying goodbye. Messing all their plans up, we having a good time indeed. Bye.